Welcome to Daily Sync, your concise source for today's top stories, tech insights, entertainment buzz, wellness tips, and more. I'm Alex Harper.
And I'm Jordan Bennett. Let's dive into today's headlines.
Good morning. It's April 21st, 2025. From the passing of Pope Francis to Trump's Fed criticism and the future of human work,
We're here to keep you informed. Let's dive in.
the Vatican has announced the death of Pope Francis, marking the end of a transformative papacy that reshaped aspects of the Catholic Church's approach to contemporary issues. This significant development will trigger the traditional conclave process to select a successor and has prompted tributes from religious and secular leaders worldwide.
Financial markets are experiencing turbulence as Asian equities and U.S. stock futures slide while the dollar slumps. This market anxiety stems from a combination of ongoing tariff concerns and President Trump's recent public criticism of the Federal Reserve, underscoring how political statements about monetary policy can rapidly impact investor sentiment globally.
Now in technology, a renowned AI researcher, Tamay Besiroglu, has launched a controversial startup called Mechanize, with the ambitious goal of the full automation of all work and the full automation of the economy. The company aims to provide the data, evaluations, and digital environments to make worker automation possible for any job, initially focusing on white-collar positions. Besiroglu argues this automation will generate explosive economic growth and higher living standards, though critics question who will benefit from this transformation.
Meta is expanding its AI-driven age detection capabilities on Instagram, now proactively identifying teen accounts that falsely claim adult birthdays. The system will automatically apply more restrictive settings to accounts it suspects belong to underage users, with the option for users to revert the changes if errors occur. This enhancement comes in response to ongoing concerns from parents and lawmakers about child safety on social media platforms.
Recently uncovered emails have revealed Meta's internal struggles to maintain Facebook's cultural relevance as the platform faced declining engagement among younger users. These communications provide insight into the challenges faced by established social media companies attempting to compete with newer platforms while balancing stability for existing users.
Today's hot topic: signal security concerns.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's reported sharing of sensitive military operation details in a personal Signal chat represents a serious breach of security protocols with potentially far-reaching implications. According to reports, this chat included his wife and approximately a dozen non-government contacts and contained specific information about the March 15th Yemen military strikes, including flight schedules for FA-18 Hornets. What's particularly concerning from an operational security perspective is that Hegseth reportedly continued using this unofficial channel despite explicit warnings from his aides about discussing sensitive information outside secure government communication systems.
This situation highlights the human element in security breaches that often gets overlooked in our focus on technology. Even the most secure messaging platform, like Signal, can't protect against poor judgment in what information is shared and with whom. The fact that aides reportedly warned Hegseth not to discuss operational details in this chat group suggests a concerning pattern rather than a single mistake. This raises important questions about accountability and oversight at the highest levels of government, and reminds us that when it comes to sensitive national security matters, the human factor remains the most vulnerable link in the security chain.
I'm starting to think we need an AI assistant for government officials that just pops up like Clippy from old Microsoft Word. It looks like you're about to share classified military information in an unsecured chat. Would you like help writing a vague, having a busy day at work message instead? This might save everyone a lot of headaches.
Moving on to business, corporate return to office policies are creating significant challenges for neurodivergent workers, with anxiety rising among the approximately 1/5 of U.S. adults who self-identify as having conditions such as ADHD, autism, or dyslexia. While many neurodivergent individuals thrive in office environments, others struggle with sensory issues, focus challenges, and increased exhaustion. The pandemic-era shift to remote work proved beneficial for many, and even part-time remote options can make a substantial difference in their professional success and well-being.
Ethereum's position in the cryptocurrency market has deteriorated significantly, with its price plummeting over 50% year to date. This dramatic decline has prompted investors and analysts to question the future of what was once considered the foundation of decentralized finance, signaling potential shifts in the broader crypto ecosystem as alternative blockchain platforms gain traction.
Over in entertainment, tributes to Pope Francis have poured in from diverse public figures, including Whoopi Goldberg and JD Vance, reflecting the pontiff's broad cultural impact beyond religious circles. These remembrances highlight his efforts to bridge divides and his emphasis that Christ's love enveloped believer and non-believer, demonstrating how his papacy resonated across political and ideological spectrums.
Today's mental wellness challenge focuses on transition management to reduce the stress many experience when shifting between home and work environments. Tonight, create a simple 5-minute ritual that marks the boundary between your workday and personal time. This might involve changing clothes, a brief meditation, or writing down 3 work items to address tomorrow, so they don't occupy your evening thoughts. The key is consistency. The same action each day signals to your brain that it's time to shift modes. If you're working remotely, physically moving to a different space can strengthen this boundary. Share how this intentional transition affects your evening stress levels and ability to be present with loved ones or personal activities. That's all for today's episode of Daily Sync. Thank you for joining us.
Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and share. Have a wonderful day, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.